So today I am going to film a meeting the Vamps experience video. I wasn't planning on doing this because not a lot happened during the day before we met them, but I have been getting a lot of questions on Twitter and stuff. People have been DMing me asking a range of questions, so I thought I would just film this video. And I know personally when I was leading up to it and when me and my friend were trying to plan it, I watched a lot of these videos and they helped a lot, so I thought I would add to the pile and hope to help at least someone try and meet the Vamps. So I'm just going to go through what happened and how we planned and how we found out things, and then I will go through some of the questions that a lot of people have been asking me on Twitter. So we'd been planning to go into Belfast to try and meet them for months and months before the concert, but in the week or 2 weeks running up we really started to try and find out some information, and there was so much information flying about on Twitter. There were so many different hotels that they were apparently staying in, and me and my friend have never tried to meet any celebrities before, and we didn't really know where to start trying to find, and then we didn't know how to find out flight information, and it was just all a bit chaotic. So I asked around a couple of Twitters and they were all giving me different ones, and they actually got the ferry over because they were coming from Scotland, and they came the Sunday before the show. So basically I waited for them to arrive at their hotel and try and find some photos from them meeting people outside the hotel, and I used these photos to try and see what hotel it was, and I figured out the hotel. As well as that, I had also been talking to the Twitter at Helping You MTV, so Helping You Meet the Vamps, and I knew they had got the Scotland hotel right, and a lot of fans had met them through this account, and so I just messaged them just to try and confirm it, because I don't know, even though I live just outside Belfast, I don't know a lot of the hotels in Belfast apart from the huge ones. So I just wanted to make sure, and they came back saying the hotel that I thought it was. So although we'd been planning this for months and weeks, it wasn't until the night before that we actually knew exactly what we were doing and exactly where we were going. So the next day we got the train at 8:30, and that got us to the hotel at about 9 in the morning, which is very early, and we should have been in school, but I mean, school, trying to meet the Vamps, they don't really compare. So when we arrived there was maybe 7-8 people there, not including us, and we knew it was definitely that hotel because their bus was there. And we sat down, and then someone from the hotel came up and put these rope things out, and they were like, oh, you're gonna need to stand behind there, they'll definitely come out if you stand behind there. And so we all got up and we stood there. So we sat there for a while, and a couple more people came, but not really anybody, maybe 4 more people came, and then they asked us to move because we were blocking a fire exit. They're like, you can't stand here, you need to move around here. And we saw them doing all this stuff and opening another door, and we were like, if they told us that they were going to come out and meet us if we just stayed behind the rope and stayed where we are and didn't scream. And they're like, they'll definitely come out and meet you, when they're leaving they definitely will come and get photos. And all of us were just thinking, see if they go out a different door, we'll be so annoyed, because we'd been sitting, some people that were there had been sitting there since 7 o'clock that morning, I think it was, something ridiculous like that. But after a while of moving ropes and opening other doors, they moved us around the other side of the bus, and it was just because we were blocking a fire exit. So we were sitting there for about 6 hours, and they finally came out about 3, and by this time there was maybe, I want to say there was about 30 people, maybe a bit more, a bit less, I'm not sure. I was too focused on what was happening. So they came out and they got photos. So first James came out and then Brad came out like 2 seconds after, but they'd put, because there'd been a lot more people that came, they put ropes back up where we originally were. So Brad went down there first and then James came over to us and I got a photo, and I'll put my photo here. And then after they sort of got photos a bit, Tristan and Connor came out. I think they sort of didn't all come out at once because there would have been too much going on and it was already quite hectic. So if only 2 of them come out at first, don't worry, because I was a bit worried. But then Tristan came over to us next and I got a photo with him, and here's my photo. It's kind of awkward, there's like a girl in between us, but I mean whatever. And then I think Connor came over next. I think he was down at the end, and then they kind of, him and Tristan kind of crossed over. And if you follow me on Twitter or if you know me, you will know that Connor is my favourite and he is my love and my sunshine. So when he came, he is even more beautiful in real life, if that's possible. So I got a photo with him, and my photo is so cute, and I'm so glad because it is the best out of the 3 photos that I got. And then I asked him if I could have a hug, and he was like, yeah, sure. And I hugged him and he felt so good. And then I was like, thanks. He was like, oh no, that's okay. And he was so sweet and it was amazing. And yeah, so then he went on to get photos, and I took a couple of photos of Connor just being Connor because it's Connor Ball and my love. And then Brad came over and he was like right in front of me. Well, I was kind of behind someone, but at the same time I was at the front. So there was someone standing here and I was like here. I was like just behind them, but like I wasn't completely behind them like that. And he kind of walked, he was like walking down the line like the rest of them did, and because I was slightly behind, I don't think he saw me, or I don't know, but and then I tried to call him, but I don't think I like called him loud enough, and I didn't get a photo with Brad, but I don't like, he didn't purposely like skip me out. Like they did try and meet everybody, but they obviously couldn't like physically meet everybody. But I mean, I got 3 out of 4 and it was amazing, and it was a magical moment. I thought I was going to throw up, I'm not gonna lie. So then after they met everybody, or most people, they went into the tour bus and they went to the venue, and then the tide came out, and obviously it was more relaxed. We were allowed to go away from the ropes and stuff. It wasn't as, a lot of people had like left as soon as they'd like got their photos with the Vamps, they'd just gone. And I got photos with 2 out of 4 of the tide. I got a photo with Nate and I got a photo with Levi, and I got a photo with Nate first, and I'll put it here, and I just got a photo and that was it. And then there was a lot of people around Levi, so that's why I only managed to get it with 2, because I was waiting to get a photo with Levi, and then by the time I got a photo with Levi they had to go. But he was really tall, so I asked him if he could take it because I'm short, I have short arms. I was like, there's no way I am going to be able to reach my arm up long enough to get both of our faces in at a nice angle. So I asked him to take a photo, and I'll put it here as well. And then they went to the venue, so that was that, and it was magical and it was amazing, and they were honestly the sweetest people ever. Like, they were so nice. So I'm sorry for the light. I am using natural light. I do not have the lights, and it just got darker outside, and now it's getting brighter again. Yay! Of course. So now I am just going to answer some questions that people have been DMing me. I've just got my phone here. I think I have answered some of them throughout, but I'll just go through and answer some of them anyway. So most people have been asking me what time I got there at, and like I said, I got there at 9 o'clock, though they didn't come out until 3. But also, even if you didn't get that early and you weren't there at the front of the rope, in Belfast anyway, I know when I got a photo, I let someone in front of me to get their photo, and then they let me back in front. So if you are trying to meet someone, I would just advise you to do that, so it makes it easier for everybody, because you're all there for the same reason and you all want to meet whoever you're trying to meet, and you don't want to ruin someone else's experience from pushing and being annoying. And the other questions that I have got is, did all of them come out? Did they meet everyone? And how many people was there when they came out and met people? They did all come out, and they did try and meet everybody. Like I said, it was probably impossible to meet everybody. I got 3 out of 4, my friend got 2 out of 4, and like there was about, like I said, there was about 30 people, so to meet all of that, and they were on a schedule and they had to get to the venue and stuff, so it was quite quick, and they might have missed a couple of people out, but they did try and meet everybody. Also, there was people on Twitter saying that they'd met them outside a different hotel, even though like we knew they were there because they'd come down into like the lobby of the hotel, and we kind of seen them through the glass. Their bus was there. We'd seen Joe, like we knew they were there, but when you hear things that they're not staying in the hotel, you get a bit worried. My advice would be, if you have near 99.9% confirmed place and you've been told by multiple people that they will come out and meet you, I would stay there, definitely. That is my only advice. I hope this video helped some of you and you enjoyed it. I just wanted to make it because I have been getting questions, and I thought instead of answering everybody, I would just put this video up and then I could show it to them if they had any questions about my experience or what happened when I met them, or timings, or anything that I've mentioned in this video. So I really hope this helped someone, and if you are going to try to meet them on their tour at the minute, that you do meet them. Yeah, so I really hope this helped, and see you.